What's up, guys? Hello Shiro Toy Reviews doing another figure review, this time on my Marvel Legends Showdown Fantastic Four. First impressions with these figures. Um excuse me. They're nice. I really do like them. Like I said before, with these figures is basically they're basically like shrunken down Marvel Legends, like the old Toy Biz Marvel Legend figures. Um, I noticed that there are a lot of ball joints with these figures, which I guess made sense for the period that these came out. Um, yeah, but they're all nice. I only have like few minor nitpicks. Um, so yeah, but to start off though, this Johnny, he's not a Toy Biz figure. That Johnny Storm is part of the Marvel Universe toy line, and even though his costume is not the same color as Sue and Reed's, this was the closest figure I could get that would somewhat fit in with the rest of the group. Um, but for starters, let's start off with Mr. Fantastic. Um, I really like this Mr. Fantastic. The face. I can get the focus. His face is it's okay. I mean, at least they got the white streaks of hair. Um, yeah, so the face is okay. I guess the facial expression suits his character. Um, my only gripe is that he doesn't come with anything that resembles his powers, and that was kind of my gripe with the one one Mr. Fantastic from that Marvel Legend box set I did a review on. Um, which that figure came with a trench coat and not trench coat, a lab coat and a ball to represent him changing into a different shape. But the figure itself didn't come with any like stretchy arms or anything. Now the second box set I bought, which was based off a comic run that was not successful, called trying to remember what it was called. Um, I can't remember at the moment, but it was a comic run of the Fantastic Four that was not successful. Oh, it's called Heroes Reborn. They wore these specific uniforms, which have never been seen again. But those figures, that second box set I bought was based off that comic. So they're wearing those costumes from that comic, and that box set he came with stretchy arms. But yeah, I mean he's cool. Like I said, I like this blue, sky blue and white uniforms. Um, he's nice. His legs are kind of not a little loose because of the ball joints. He stands pretty decently. But yeah, he's a good Mr. Fantastic. Just like I said, he doesn't come with anything that represents his powers. Oh, we'll just take him out. Okay, next we have Sue. Now, honestly, all of them are my favorites, but I really like Sue because, like I think I mentioned, her and Elektra are the only two female figures they made in the scale. Um, and they basically use which they use for a handful of female characters, but the original Toy Biz Marvel Legends Susan Storm, Invisible Woman, did not use this body mold. Spider Woman, the Wasp, and maybe like a handful of other female characters use this mold. I'm not really a big fan of this mold because it just kind of looks awkwardly proportioned a little bit. Um, but the wash on her shoes is nice. Like the black and white detail is really cool. I really like that. She stands pretty decently. Now her face, I like the face, but it's dated looking. Um, is very dated looking. But the head sculpt is nice. The hair is nice. Unfortunately, she has, if I can get the focus, yeah, like some paint scratch or something, a marking on the back of her neck, which shouldn't be there. So I don't really care for that, but there's nothing I can really do about it unless I was to get some white paint and paint over it or something. Um, but she stands okay. I kind of just have her up against something. Well, she's not wanting to stand right now. But yeah, so with the few flaws she has, I really do like her because she is the only um, one of the only female characters they made. But yeah, so that's Sue. Um, okay, I'll do Johnny. So this Johnny is a variant. Um, so I like the paint. The paint and the body look really good, and he came with this fire accessory, which is removable. Um, and I like his hair is flamed, so that's pretty cool. My only gripe with this figure is the face. Now, the face isn't bad, and it could just be my figure. I got this guy new in box in his packaging. Um, but the eyes don't look even on the face. And one eye doesn't look as well, as nicely painted as the other. So that's really my only gripe is his face doesn't look that well made. Um, I thought about like maybe getting some more of these Universe Fantastic Four and making some customs out of them. So I might do that, but um, I might get another Johnny. But yeah, so that's really my only gripe. But outside of his face, I mean, the figure is solid. The detail is cool. The articulation's okay. Universe figures never had the best articulation, but they had a pretty large toy line. So I had a few that I sold a couple years ago. Um, so yeah, so that Johnny's pretty cool. Like I said, I just got him so I could have a non-flamed up version of him. Um, so next we'll do the Thing. I think it's funny. He's wearing a Speedo, which is kind of hilarious. So Thing, yeah, he's cool. Probably the best articulated one. Let's see. His hand could open. You know, his arms can move up and down. His legs can move. Of course, he has toe joints and knee joints. Fists can go in and out a little bit. Yeah, I think. Oop, I dropped him. I had an injury earlier with my thumb, so it's kind of hard to move certain parts around. And my hand's all in the way. Sorry about that. So yeah, so the detail on him is nice. The paint, the sculpts, everything is nice. I think I like him better than the Universe Thing. Well, no, the Universe Thing is okay. Yeah, I like the Universe Thing. I think they're about even for me, to be honest. But of course, the Marvel Universe Thing got more variations of him, and this thing only got one. I really like the face. My only gripe is that his left eye doesn't look. I mean, his right eye doesn't look as nicely detailed as the left eye. Um, so I don't really care for that, but it's not really noticeable unless you really like hold it up to your face and look at it. Um, and then when he's displayed, you don't really see his eyes. So yeah, you don't really see his eyes. So I'm not really bothered by that. But yeah, I mean, so outside of that issue with his eyes, he's a solid figure. I really dig him. I think he's probably, like I say, he's probably the best, nicely detailed, nice articulated. Um, so yeah, thing. Okay. So next we have the Johnny that they made. I really like this Johnny. Now I mentioned they made two versions. I'm not sure which one I got. I'm not sure. I have to go back and look. This may be the variant which I didn't want. I don't think it is though. Like the variant is like a different shade of orange, and I prefer this one because it's just darker, kind of more of a red orange kind of color. I like the detail on him. The face is kind of neutral. Um, Unfortunately, I guess because he was in that packaging for so long, his leg is kind of warped. Um, but everything else on him is nice. He's just very cool to look at. Um, Now I did remove his stand. I did plug him. I did plug him into the stand to have him look like he was flying or whatever when being displayed with the other members. So that's a cool effect. So I do like that. But yeah, I mean he's cool. Oh, I dropped him. Yeah, everybody's following in this review. But yeah, he's cool. He's clean. Um, like I said, it's kind of neutral looking. I dig him. See, I love during this era when Toy Biz had the license. I mean, they were making figures of so many characters who were popular at the time. And then, the Fantastic Four had those two movies or whatever. Well, no, I think Hasbro did the series for the second movie, but um, yeah, Toy Biz gave the Fantastic Four a lot of figure love, so I'm grateful for that. And lastly, we have our two bonus characters I'll be showing off. Um, we have the Spider-Man who came with Thing in a 2-pack. He's cool. I'm not sure if he was warped in any way because his body, he kind of stands kind of awkwardly, like in a pose. I don't really care for that. There is a black suited version, which I wouldn't mind getting. I like how that figure looks. Um, but I mean, he's okay. I mean, I just kind of look at him as a bonus. Um, he's not terrible, but yeah, the classic Toy Biz figure. So yeah, that's Spider-Man. And lastly, the figure that came with Mr. Fantastic, MoMan. Now I really like this figure. And strangely enough, he has a peg in this hand, and I don't believe and he came with anything that can plug into that hand. Now he is known to wield it like a staff-like weapon. I'm not sure if it has any type of powers or anything, but he's seen usually holding like a yellow staff. So I wonder if they were originally going to have this figure come with that, which is a bummer that he doesn't. But yeah, so outside of that, I mean, he's a solid figure. Very nicely detailed and articulated, and not the mask. The cape is removable, which is cool, and the cape is in a nice pose, I guess. Yeah. Um. Yeah, he's just a very cool figure. I could always use more villains. I don't have too many villain characters. So yeah, so I'm glad to have him. They did make Doctor Doom. I believe that's the only other antagonist. No, they did make Namor as well. Namor the Submariner. So I might get him because he comes with a shark. Um, but yeah, MoMan's a very solid figure, very articulated and posable. A lot of ball joints and stuff. So very nice display piece. Go with your miniature Fantastic Four. Um, I'm sure he would go nicely with the Marvel Universe figures because they didn't make a a MoMan to my knowledge. But yeah, that's it for this review. I recommend those figures. They're kind of pricey though to track down and not too expensive, but I really don't recommend them unless you are into miniature uh, figures of Marvel characters or whatever. Um, or if you like the Fantastic Four, there's tons of other options to go for. But I kind of like I want to kind of collect multiple versions of the Fantastic Four, so that's why I got them. As far as my next reviews go, I'm not sure. I still have a few Transformers to review. I said I was going to review some of my mini mates. I plan on going to the comic book store tomorrow, so if I pick up anything from there, I'll probably review it. Um, I do plan on making some more customs. So yeah. But that's it for this review. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Peace, you guys.